At a cowboy bar, vendor set the record for the shortest mechanical bull ride ever, but Leela held on tight no matter how hard the mechanical bull bucked. When the host realized the machine couldn't be stopped, not even the staff could shut it down. The mechanical bull broke free and charged toward the crowd. Just before it hit a little girl, the bull was shot down. Everyone cheered for Leela's record, but her hand was still stuck to the bull. Swaberg noticed her palm was covered in suction cups and pried her fingers off with a hammer. After a hospital check, it turned out Leela's mutant genes had started to activate, and there was no cure.
The only treatment is an incredibly expensive operation that just delays the symptoms for a few months.
The professor told Fry to sell the ship to raise money for treatment. Fry went to the market but got scammed and traded the ship for 2 magic beans. The professor angrily threw the beans out the window, and everyone was furious. Outside, the beans sprouted with a few drops of rain and grew into a giant beanstalk. While everyone else left Planet Express, only Leela decided to stay. She wrote a goodbye letter, packed her bags, and prepared to hide in the sewers. Just then, Leela spotted the giant beanstalk growing next to the company. Out of curiosity, she climbed up with her newly grown tentacle-like arms. As she climbed higher, the beanstalk began to collapse. At the critical moment, Leela stretched out her tentacles and grabbed a solid cloud. Everything on the cloud was just like in a fairy tale. Leela was quickly arrested. It turned out this belonged to Mom. She was frightened by Leela's appearance and dragged her into the genetics lab. Those magic beans were one of Mom's experimental products. She could even make roast piglets with toothpicks by modifying porcupine genes. Mom was interested in Leela's mutation and decided to study her DNA. Meanwhile, Fry missed Leela terribly. When Leela's mom called to ask about her whereabouts, Fry realized Leela was gone. The anxious Fry was hit by Leela's shoe. They flew a plane high up and found Mom's floating castle. They saw Leela trapped inside and climbed in along her long hair. Leela hid, ashamed to show her face.
This is about your tentacles, isn't it? Look, Leela, there's nothing about your body that could ever shock me, so...
That is nasty.
Bender bent a giant door to help everyone escape. In the lab, Fry was attacked by a mutant creature. They were forced to flee into a sealed room, only to find a giant locked inside. Leela set him free, but the giant became enraged. They couldn't hide. Finally, they snuck into the sewers. Surprisingly, it led straight to the control room. Leela messed around with the controls, causing the castle to shake violently. They flew low over the city. They managed to get back to Planet Express just before the castle crashed. When Fry and Leela were alone, Mom appeared again. This time she brought new magic beans and the now normal giant. Mom said she could cure Leela.